Karin from the Huntley Library. Thanks for joining me for today's Teen Crafternoon. We're going to be making dragon eggs out of styrofoam, eggs, and thumbtacks, and they look like this. So we're going to gather our supplies together and I'll show you how to get started. For our dragon's eggs, we're going to need a styrofoam egg and some thumbtacks. So I've got some silver thumbtacks here. These are 100 per package, and to make my egg I needed about 325 maybe. So you'll want to have enough thumbtacks to cover your entire egg. This egg is, let's see, a 2.8 inch by 3.6 inch egg. So if you have a smaller egg or a larger egg, that's going to affect the number of thumbtacks that you're going to need to cover it completely. So I would err on the on the side of having more thumbtacks rather than less, and you can always return them if you don't need them. I was able to find both silver and gold thumbtacks when I went shopping for this, so those are two colors that you'll be able to find for sure, and if you want other colors you can either paint them beforehand or paint them afterwards once they're on your egg if you want different colors. So I'm making this right around March, and there are lots of egg shapes that you can find, styrofoam egg shapes that you can find in stores right now because Easter's coming up. So this is a good time to go shopping for this project, even if you aren't going to start it right away. Mine unfortunately has a blemish here. It's got a little divot, so that will add to the landscape of it when I start putting the thumbtacks in. I'm going to start from the bottom here and then just put one kind of in the center, and then you want to overlap them like scales. So if you come out a little bit, you can put them kind of right next to each other. You can overlap them on the sides. Just try and make sure that you don't have any of the styrofoam showing through if you want to get some really good coverage. You can just keep working around in a circle like this. Feel free to pull them out and readjust if you need to. And then I go into the kind of the gap between the two scales there to start my next row. This is not an exact science, so you can readjust them if you need to. Move them around. Like so. I've been thinking about doing this craft for a long time, but the instructions that I found just had an illustration of what it was supposed to look like, and I was like, well, I don't know if that's that cool. But as it turns out, the finished product looks really neat, and because of all of these metal push pins that you're using, or metal thumbtacks, it's got a nice weight to it. Like you could imagine that there's actually a dragon or some kind of creature developing inside of this egg, which is pretty cool. So if you need an exciting Easter decoration, dragon's eggs are probably new to the season, and if you use them, you could use it for a prop if you're into playing Dungeons and Dragons. That's a possibility. Or they might just look cool on your bookshelf. I don't know if an egg would actually be scaly, but I'm not going to question it too much. I'm just going to enjoy the process here. So sticking about 300 of these, 300 plus, into your styrofoam egg is going to take a little while. The one that I made to try it out took me about, I would say maybe an hour to complete it. And I did not have enough thumbtacks the first time around, so I had to go back to the store and buy some more. So So I would recommend, if you're using this size egg, have about 400 thumbtacks ready, just in case, because if you overlap them, like I'm trying to use as much space as possible between them so that I don't use as many thumbtacks, but if you're overlapping more closely, then you will probably use more. If you arrange them in such a manner that they're like evenly weighted on all the sides, you might be able to get your egg to stand up. That did not happen for me. Maybe this time will be the charm. We'll see. But I still think they look cool even if they don't stand up. You could make a little nest for your egg too. I showed this to one of my friends here at work, and she said that if I gave it to her, she would go home and stick it in the fire and try and hatch it. So, don't recommend that. Yeah, that could make a big mess. So I'm going to keep doing this and show you again what it looks like maybe about halfway through. And if you're working along with me, then you can check back in just a little bit. Okay, I finished one container of thumbtacks, and this is what it looks like. My scaling is going pretty well. The cool thing is that it actually does stand up right now. I don't know if it will when I'm finished covering it, but way to go! I'm doing it. So I'm going to keep adding these around the edge, and you can see I'm not totally even right now. So I just go and put them in where the lowest points are, so I keep it pretty even all the way around and hopefully have that nice scaling effect. So after I finish the next container of these, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is 200 of the thumbtacks in here. Can you see? We're making progress. We're almost halfway, maybe a little bit more in some places, through this egg. And I'm still a little bit uneven, but we're making progress. How are your eggs coming along? Hopefully well. There's some of the lower areas. So I was able to cover that divot pretty easily. I actually can't tell where it is on here. So that's good. You don't see the blemish. Okay, and I'm gonna finish doing this package and then we'll check in again. Okay, we're almost there. This is 300 of the thumbtacks stuck in my egg. Right now it does not stand up any longer, so I've lost my symmetry or whatever curious physics caused it to stand up right before. Maybe we'll get it back, we'll see. Still a little bit more to do. It's looking pretty good though. I'm very happy with its appearance. Okay, so we'll finish up here and then I will come back and show you what the final product looks like. Okay, I'm about to finish it off. We just have a few more pins to stick in here to cover up all of that empty space. One more. Does it stand? Nope, not anymore. But as far as projects go, for something you can do in an hour, this turns out really cool. So I hope that you'll try it out. And if you get creative and you paint yours, or you do something cool, or you add glitter, or you chop off the top and make a dragon bursting out of it, I'd love to see that. Please share your photos of what yours turned out like. I'd love to see it. So thanks for joining me today as we made dragon eggs. I hope yours turned out really great, and if you would like to subscribe to our channel to find more fun things to do and projects to make, please do so. There's a little button. Go ahead and hit it. For other programs that we're doing at the library, you can check out our website, www.huntleylibrary.org. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.